guys, it's Miss Coconut. How are you doing? I'm doing well. It's a rainy Monday in DC, and I thought I would talk about the subject that's on everyone's minds today, which is the fact that it's Monday. Well, that probably is on a lot of people's mind. A lot of people hate Monday. Monday is associated with the moon, which is associated with your emotions, okay? And so a lot of people fail to realize the reason why Monday is so heavy is because they haven't properly secured their emotional space, all right? Get your emotions under control. But it's Cyber Monday. That's what we're really here to talk about. Cyber Monday came about because the retailers realized, because all they do is analyze stuff. They analyze the consumers to death. They want to see exactly what we're doing, when we're doing it, how we're doing it, why we're doing it. They come up with all these reports. They have specialists that will analyze the data, and then they deliver more of what they're thinking we need. So they gave us Cyber Monday because they realized that the Friday after Thanksgiving is when people were really buying the majority of their purchases. So they gave us Cyber Monday. So that's why we're going to talk about Cyber Monday, because it does definitely correlate to the fact that Monday is tied to the moon. The moon is tied to your emotions, and all of the ads are geared towards stimulating us. So I'm going to talk quickly about a few corporate logos that are sigils, okay, that help us become like slaves to the corporate masters, and we run out and buy these items because they're flashing it all over the place for us. Isn't that nice of them? So nice of them. Where Black Friday is known to be the day you shop for big ticket items. That's why everyone's always in the stores fighting over those big TVs. Thankfully, I don't need a big TV this year. My children bought me one. When did they buy that? Maybe last year? So I don't need one this year. Thank God. But anyway, Cyber Monday is more about tech purchases and smaller purchases. And really, Cyber Monday is just them trying to sell the crap they didn't sell on Thanksgiving, Black Friday, So they do this because they know how to spark our emotions, and they make us feel as if we are lacking or somehow deprived if we don't rush out and buy these items. And now that we're on almost lockdown, everything is online anyway. People are going stir crazy still because they can't, do a lot of large gatherings. Like, we haven't been able to really go dancing. That's been kind of sad because it's something we used to do all the time, and it was like fun. And the place we went, we didn't have to like dress up or anything. We could just go any kind of way and just enjoy ourselves without a lot of hassle. And so things like that have been taken away from us, it's a little sad. But you have to find other, hobbies and habits to cultivate, okay? Thankfully, I'm a creative, so I'm always doing something, But that's just me. Anyway, let's go back to Cyber Monday and talk about these sigils. So what they do is they come up with these logos, and most of them are catchy or eye-catching in one way or another. It could be the symbol, it could be the colors, it could be the size of the logo, and etc. And so your job as a consumer really is to decide, what is this product? How will it work for me? Do I need it? Is this a good price and value for my lifestyle, right? And then you go on about your business. But if you are a tinfoil tiara hat wearer like I am, you always want to see what's underneath the layers that they're presenting to you. So you always dig to see, well, why is that? So I'm just going to give you a rundown of a few oddities. Now, this is in by no way a comprehensive list. It's not exhaustive. I'm just touching on it topically. Go have fun and do your own research as usual. I always tell y'all that. Saw this Sam Club's ad for some kind of entertainment speaker system, and I noticed that the system is actually shaped in the black cube, which is the black cube of Saturn. I thought that was so funny. I'll have to break that down for you in another video. The black cube cult, very fascinating. The largest retailers out there that's also changing the game for online sales is Walmart. They've changed their logo a few times over the course of history. Most notably, they added the star. Anytime you see the star, that does represent the divine spark. The star also represents, to some degree, the pentagram, which leads me to another subject. Pentagram you're going to see in a lot of logos that are very famous. And we know that the pentagram is associated with evil in some circles. But this symbol dates back to like Samaria days, okay? It's very ancient. It does represent man. It's the number of man. It represents the 5 elements, which is also man. You'll see this in flags. You'll see this as a protective measure in some occult circles. It's used as a form of protection. Now, the pentagram, when you separate it, you do get the triangles, and I told y'all that's just the Merkaba, that's your light body, and it does represent as above, so below, the spiritual versus the material world. And depending on which way you're using the pentagram, it denotes your subjugation of the material world, or binding the material world, or using the power of the spiritual world. Very fascinating when you consider that a lot of corporate logos have some version of the star or pentagram in it. Next up, we have Target's bullseye, which is funny. Target has a bullseye on its consumer. Okay, it's drawn back the bow and it shot an arrow right through your heart. Everyone loves Target. But that symbol is also known as a bindu in the Hindu system, or a circumpunct, which is a circle with a dot in the center, standing for your higher consciousness, your higher mind, your higher self. And it's an homage to the solar system, the solar deity that we all worship. I always say that Lucifer is the king of this world, the light. That's why you see so much of the stars and the rays and the suns in the logos, because that is homage to the deity of this world, which is consumerism at its finest, because Lucifer was the angel known for its beautiful appearance. Okay, so everything is Maya, illusion when it comes to advertising. You know, when they show us those food commercials, most of that food isn't even real. It's actually painted to look so perfect that you have to rush out and order something yummy because you saw it on TV, which I'm about to do. I'm actually hungry. Anyway, y'all, as usual, I just use this platform to get you to think, maybe offer some information you may not have known, or maybe you do know. Please comment below. Let me know what you think. Do you think there is an occult reason behind the logos? Do you think they are sending subliminal messages? For example, I'm hungry, right? I was thinking, you know, what should I eat today? Probably a salad, because it's not that cold today. And, you know, McDonald's is up the street, but they don't even offer salads anymore ever since the pandemic happened. So I'll probably have to go to Chipotle or Cava to get a salad. But speaking of McDonald's, the arches, a lot of people say there's 2 occult meanings behind the arches. And the first one is sexual, as in most cases in Hollywood anyway. They're saying that the elongated and the rounded mounds is a subliminal symbol of breast, which makes everyone, I guess, hungry. I don't know. But also, if you turn the McDonald's symbol to the side, it's the number 13, which is a very lucky number in the occult world. I have to do a video on that too. That's really fascinating to me. And I've actually researched it at some point, you know, and then stopped. I would love to get a little deeper into that, because it's one of those cases that gets curiouser and curiouser the more you dig into it. That's my time for today. Thank you so much for listening. And listen, in my description box, I have a whole list of ways you can support me, okay? If you need a consultation, you can reach out to me by email, and that's all listed below. If you want to check out what I'm doing with my jewelry line, if you want to check out my daughter's channel on manifestation, she's really great at it. She's a Capricorn, so I think there is something about Capricorn that I could talk about. But then I would have to do all the signs, and I don't know if I want to do that. But there is a reason why she's really good at manifesting, and it is tied into being a Capricorn. But anyway, besides that, my other daughter has a jewelry line as well that's really beautiful and delicate. And she's out actually expanding her line to include sunglasses, headbands, eyelashes, lip gloss, and so many other beautiful items. So check that out. That's also in my description box. And thank you so much for supporting this channel. I appreciate you as you support me through me, evolving as to the information that I desire to teach. It's always going to be occult inclined because that's the way my mind works. But I have gotten away from the traditional witchcraft, so to speak, videos, because I've evolved in my practice and nothing's wrong with it. But it's just, I did get into more of a new thought philosophy. And so I don't use or rely on many outside tools anymore to manifest my best life. I'm always creating though, and as I do, I will share with you. I'm in the race to become the millionaire of my family so I can share the wealth with my children and grandchildren. So, as always, Om Shrim Brezi.